Set number 2. 6 friends A, B, C, D, E and F went to a trade fair. Each of them purchased some items. The items purchased by all the 6 were of different types as well as in different quantity. The cost of each item of the same type is equal. Further, the number of items purchased by the 6 friends is in arithmetic progression with a common difference of 3 in any order. So if we talk about the number of items purchased, it is of the format A plus 3, A plus 6 and A plus 9, A plus 12 and A plus 15. Right? These are 6 terms of an AP. And if you talk about the cost per item, so this is cost per item. This is also an arithmetic progression with a common difference of 5 in any order. So it is B plus 5, B plus 10, B plus 15, B plus 20 and B plus 25. The cost per item of the items purchased by C is double the number of items purchased by A, who purchased the highest number of items. Total number of items purchased by A and F is equal to the cost per item of the purchased by A, which in turn is equal to the sum of the number of items purchased by C and D, and is also equal to the sum of the number of items purchased by B and E. C purchased the highest number of items. Total cost of the items purchased by F is this. Cost per item of the items purchased by D is the smallest. Okay, so if you read the 4 statements, if you do that, what we will realize is, first of all, this is a set with parameters. So what are the parameters in this set? One is the name. The next is the number of items that they have purchased. Then it is cost per item that they have purchased. And also we have the total amount, total cost. So this is a 4 parameter set. Now, out of this 4 parameter set, which set is the important one, as in the primary one? Which one should we fill already? So if we read the statements, we see that the cost of the items purchased is there, then the number of items purchased is there, right? Who purchased the highest number of items? Total number of items purchased by A and F is equal to the cost per items, which in turn is equal to the sum of the number of items purchased and is equal to the sum of the number of items purchased, second highest number of items, total cost, and then we have an amount. Cost per item purchased by D is the smallest and 15 less than that of B. So there are names are obviously there, but if you look at the number of items, they are discussed most number of times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is discussed 5 times. If you talk about cost of items, they are discussed 1, 2, 3 and 4 times. And if you talk about total amount, it is only discussed once. So it will be better if we take the primary column as number of items and then start solving it. So we'll draw a table, first column being number of items, second column being name, cost of item, total amount, any combination, any sequence. So let's look at the questions. If you look at the questions, the first one is theta, the next one is a definite, theta. So this is going to be relatively easier set than the previous one for sure. So everything is over here. Let's write down the number of items. Okay. So we are only going to read the number of items part. E purchased the highest number of items. So let's say the largest number of items is at the bottom and the smallest number of items we have is at the top. So the way we had written A plus 3, A plus 6, A plus 9, A plus 12 and A plus 15, this is where E will go. Okay. And whatever will be the value over here, C's cost, wherever C is going to be, the cost per item is going to be 2x. So since we don't know where C is going to be, let's ignore it for the time being. Total number of items purchased by A and F is equal to the, let's ignore this, is equal to the sum of the number of items purchased by C and D, which is also equal to the sum of the number of items purchased by B and E. So in an arithmetic progression, the sum of the terms is always going to be constant if we take the first and last, if we take the second and second last, and if we take the third and third last. That means if this is A, this person is B, we got the lowest number of items. Okay, A and A plus 15 will give us 2A plus 15. A plus 3 plus A plus 12 will also give us 2A plus 15 and so on. Okay. Also, if we can figure out where is C or D, we know where the other person is. Also, same is true for A and F. Let's read the next statement. C purchased the second highest number of items, and this is 32. And this is C, second highest number of items. So that means A is obviously, we know that he purchased the highest number of items. So this is going to be 35. So there is a jump of 3. So 29, 26, 23 and 20. Now we know where C is, so we know where D is. One among this is going to be AF or FA. This we can conclude from second bullet point and the third one. Now the moment we know that E's number of items is 35, then the cost per item purchased by C is double of 35. So this is going to be 70. Right? C purchased the second highest number of items. Okay. Whereas the total cost of items purchased by F is 1740. So either 1740 is here or it is here. Now 1740, if it is in the table of 26, then F is going to be that person. But if 1740 is in the table of 29, F will be here. Now 1740 is not in the table of 13, which means that it is not in the table of 26 as well. So this tells us that F cannot be here because it's not in the table of 26. So this is the sequence we get for A and F. So this is going to be A, this is going to be F, total amount being 1740. Also, we can calculate the total cost for C, which is 32 into 70. 32 into 70 is going to be 2240. Okay. It is also known, this part that I striked out, total number of items purchased by A and F, which is 26 plus 29, 55, is equal to the cost per item purchased by A. So this is 55. So we can calculate the total cost for A as well, which is going to be 26 into 55, which is 1430. Okay. Next is 29 into what is 1740? That is also required, right? So 29 into 60 is going to be 1740. Now, cost per item of the items purchased by D is the smallest. So this is the smallest and is 15 less than that of B. So if I consider this to be B, this is going to be B plus 15. Now, if we already have 55, 60, 65 is a missing value, then we are going to have 70. And then since cost per item is an AP, we can have values beyond these also, right? Out of which only 3 values are known to us so far. Now, if B is going to be the smallest we can put is 50. If we put this as 50, this is going to be 50 plus 15, which is 65, which perfectly makes sense, right? And if B, we don't take this as 50, suppose if we take this as 45, then B plus 15 will become 60. So 60 is going to be repeated. If we take B as 40, then this is going to be 55, which is again repeated. If we take B as 35, this is going to be 50. 35, then we need 40, 45, all those values, but only one place is missing. That means we cannot go so low for B. The minimum value of B is going to be 50. So we will have 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So we need the next number. We can't take this as 45 because delta D person has the smallest. So we can't take less than 50. So it starts from 50, this AP, and it goes up to 75. So this is going to end in 75. Now we can calculate the total cost for each of these. So if we look at the person B, 20 into 65. So 2 into 65 is 130. So it's going to be 1300. If we look at D, it's 23 into 50, which is going to give us 115 and followed by a 0. If we look at E, this is 35 into 75, which is going to give us 55 square minus 20 square, which will give us 2625. So relatively easier. I can remove these now. So this is the final table that we have. Let's move over to the questions. Question number 7. What is the total number of items purchased by all the friends together? So we have to add all of this. 20 plus 35 is 55. Same is true for the other two pairs. So it's going to be 55 into 3, which will result in 165. So since it's a theta question, we have to type in 165. Question number 8. Which of the following friends has the total cost of items purchased an integral multiple of 100? As in the last two digits should be 0, 0. So it's only true for B, who has purchased the total, as in the total cost is in the table of 100. So the answer is going to be option B. Question number 9. The person who spent the second highest total amount is. So the highest total amount is 2625. The second highest is 2240. That was by C. So the answer is going to be option A. Question number 10. If D and A interchange their number of items, which two friends would have spent the same total amount? So the new value for D is going to be 26 into 50, which will result in 1300. The moment it turns out to be 1300, we know it's going to be B and D. They are going to spend the equal amount. So the answer is going to be option C. We don't have to check for A. Question number 11. What is the minimum possible difference between the total amount spent by any two friends? Well, if we look at these two, this is going to be 150. If we look at these two, this is going to be 130. So 130 is the smallest as of now. 1430 plus 1740 is more than 300. 1740 plus 2200 is more than 400 or around 400, and this is again around 400. So the smallest is 130. It's a theta question, so we have to type in 130.